This Ryder started in the goal square and he's had a couple of good early possessions.
And clearly a clean mark. Ryder from point blank range, and he kicks the first of the night. It's a good move by the Bomber coach.
I think at the start of last year, Darcy, there was talk that Ryder could be a part of the forward line, particularly when Nagel and Gumbleton was struggling, but of course he was then called on to go into the ruck, and that was the end of that. He did so well in the ruck. Yeah,
they've just got issues in terms of who else is going to play there at the moment. Gumbleton, we know, has missed 2 full seasons. Mark Williams struggling to have a presence down there. I like the idea of him and Hill resting deep, giving him an option forward.
Undoubted talent, Paddy Ryder. Filled him beautifully in the ruck last year. Now he has to become the makeshift full forward. Opening goal to the Bombers. Margin is 4 early stages. Warnock maybe got the ball down. Scotland certainly with the clearance. Emphatic to Huffle. Slattery's courage unquestioned there. Waite and Dempsey came out with a charge. Slattery gets back into the thick of it. Good handball to Hurley, and now they're running. Stanton back to Dempsey. He was pretty good last week, but that was not his finest moment. Warnock did well. Withstood the buffeting, got it to Walker. Back to Houlihan. Had a moment and has another as the ball spills and the run comes from Zaharakis. He's almost in his favourite flank there. That position he made famous on Anzac Day, but again the kicking lets them down.
Ray Chamberlain a moment ago awarding a free kick against Carlton's Aaron Joseph for a knee, and you can see what he was on about. Heath Hocking looking up, not too thrilled about it, one suspects.
Move it on, play on.
Scotland receives the kick in. Carlton under some pressure here. The Bombers are on, you can sense it. And Dustin Fletcher, third in line, takes the mark, almost within range for him, gives to Dyson, wastes no time, and it's a mark to Williams. Oh, no, it's not paid. He was about to have his first set shot at goal, Dars, for the season.
And he was about to have his first mark inside 50 for the season as well, Tim. He hasn't had any impact at all since crossing over from Hawthorn, and he really had every opportunity to take it, just slipped out.
Hill and Warnock, Essendon pressing. There'll be a ball up.
Brett Ratton didn't muck around with that first goal. He went and put Jordan Russell straight back as a loose man in defence. Obviously keen to make sure that the Bombers don't get any early momentum in this game.
Well, they certainly are looking dangerous. The airwaves controlled there by Warnock. Now Simpson's got 4 Bombers around him. He found an outlet in Russell. They'd be happy to get this over the line. They would have been happy if it had been on the bounce rather than on the full. The free kick is going to go the Bombers' way. And another one of the youngsters for Essendon, Travis Collier, will make his debut. A speedy attacking midfielder. Comparisons to Brent Harvey from those that have seen him come through the junior ranks. Here's Zaharakis, kicked into the space. Quickly filled, though. The Blues defence were onto that. And it's Simpson who can kickstart them again.
He's got Cruiser one-on-one here.
With Hooker, who does enough and recovered well. Beat Cruiser on the recovery, releases Melksham. Again the Bombers dangerous, but the youngster's kick is straight to the other first, or the Carlton first gamer. Lucas to Robinson, back to Lucas. Joseph there to help. Bombers arriving in numbers. And Essendon applying pressure, but Joseph does well here. Lovett Murray keeps him honest. Robinson hurls himself in. Terrific battle this. Skill level not great, but the contest is very much on.
A couple of brilliant efforts there, Tim. Joseph kept his head over the footy, and now Robinson. I really like the way this guy plays. He hasn't got an enormous amount of natural ability or skill, but you'll get that every single time he plays, and that's a hard contest.
Warnock and Hill. Watson finding the going pretty tough there. Stanton gives him a help, and Hocking was creative with his hands. Hill again into the open spaces of the forward line. Russell, bad fumble, opened the door for Remus, and he still might capitalise. He does. Bombers have got 2 on the board. They've had a great start.
This is all about the thing you're taught at a very young age in football. Don't go to ground at any stage. And David Hill played it really well through the hands of Williams. Now, when you get under pressure, the instinct is Go to ground, go to ground. No, you don't. If you fall over, 2 Carlton players went to ground. Remus stood up. Remus kicks the goal. One of the first things you're taught in football, Tim, is just this: always keep your feet, and that's what Remus did so well. 2 Carlton defenders got a little bit too much pressure. They went to ground, cost their side a goal.
And Jordan Russell's fumble not helping. That really opened the door.
The 11-point lead, despite the fact that it's 6-1 to clearances Carlton's way.
Lovett Murray in his 100th game. Hill, Essendon looking good. Belief growing. Winderlick, Hooley. Here go the Bombers again. Some space for Hooley. Space and pace, and a long ball to Remus, who's just about the go-to man. The captain, Watson, in bravely, skillfully. Winderlick, they maintain possession. Zaharakis, good smother on the kick though from Simpson. Still Essendon. Hill and Remus again, and that's a good kick in the Lonergan direction. Watson beats off Thornton. Lovett Murray off the outside of the boot, and the Bombers have 3.
Just love the clean possession that Joe Watson provides. A couple of occasions in that passage of play. It was a hard contest to be won. Tim Lane called it perfectly. He just has so much composure, so sure with his hands, and that to me is all about Joe Watson. Just gave it to Lovett Murray on a plate. What a start for the Bombers.
Some early problems for Brett Ratton, who has never beaten Matthew Knights in 4 head-to-head contests. The Bombers out to a 17-point lead. They've won the last couple of clearances, and that has led to goals after the Blues were getting it out early. Again, Lovett Murray gets them going, but only as far as Joseph. And now Kane Lucas. Oh, he put Carazzo under the pump, but he was able to move it on. Armfield, low ball up to the 50. Those long arms of Fletcher. Back to Armfield, good following up. And now sets the task. Well, the boundary umpire is going to be the one that rips the main benefit. We'll have a throw in about 40 metres around.
Well played from Armfield, followed up his work. There's the matchup of Henderson and Fletcher. Henderson's really got to make sure he keeps Fletcher honest, because you can see in the bottom of your screen there, Fletcher will try and zone off, get back and help out every occasion.
Bombers winning the contested possession count 18-10. Armfield goes in, gives it to Cruiser. Just slammed it on the boot.
Just keeping an eye on David Hill there as well, as that footy goes out of bounds. He's just grabbing his right shoulder. See him holding it there loosely. Had a few issues with that.
It's a mistake, and it's a Carlton goal. O'Halpin has it. A calamity down the back from the Bombers lets the Blues in for their first. And it gives Carlton the oxygen they need.
Hooker.
So here's the replay. Oh, Cale Hooker, that is one where you just want to dig a big hole, you want to jump in it, and you want to disappear. All the momentum was with the Bombers, and then a vital mistake. Big Satanta, well done, big fella. He was aware, he had great presence on the mark, and he got rewarded for doing that with a goal. And that is why he provides so much for this Carlton side, O'Halpin. He's got great energy, he's got great enthusiasm, and something always happens when he's around. Not always good, but sometimes.
It was almost as if he'd had that done to himself before. I suspect he had.
He has.
Margin 11 then. Yeah, crucial one for the Blues. Ryder got it down. There's Watson. The midfield general into the space again. A big fumble. It was young Lucas. We'll forgive him in his first game, but not good signs for Carlton.
Big Satan just letting him know that he's around. Got the first goal for the Blues, and doesn't mind having a chat out there, Satanta.
A lot of the Bomber players went to Cale Hooker just to try and support him. Quick kick forward from Carazzo. Hangs a long time in the air. Out to meet it was O'Halpin, but the Blues are able to get it down. Murphy's kick, Betts, deft touch, Armfield, it's all ahead of him.